Oh, yeah.
North.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, this Indiana Underground. Who we got with us here today?
Derrick Davinci. I go by Derrick Davinci.
So where you from?
Indianapolis, Indiana.
What side? Indianapolis big.
East side. I grew up on the east side. I grew up on Arlington, in between Arlington and 38th Street.
Okay, for sure. So what was your childhood like growing up in Indy?
Childhood is, of course, is rough, like any other inner city kid in Indianapolis, especially on the east side. But at the same time, I had a lot of fun.
Where was a lot of your time spent? Like at the park, Boys and Girls Club, things like that.
At the park, I wouldn't say so much it was like at the park, but it was more so like in other neighborhoods. We would party a lot. We throw parties. People would throw parties all the time. We had a lot of fun. You know, we could go anywhere.
You can post road jig. You post road jig.
I'll be digging. I know a lot of post road. You know, I know a lot of post road people too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
what made you start doing tattoos?
tattoos is really my passion. Really, I've been drawing all my life since I was a kid, and it was just something like something I felt like I had to do.
I mean, that tattooing so permanent compared to drawing a nice picture. You can draw a nice picture, but tattoo so permanent. And I feel like the way the skin is, the canvas of some flesh ain't the same as, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
the exciting part about it, though. That's what make it fun, though. Like, to know, like, you can't fuck up. To know, like, yeah, it's the pressure. It's just, but it's also levels to that, too.
What was some influences that made you go to tattooing, you know what I'm saying, from drawing off the paper?
There was a lot of influences, even here in the city. There was a lot of artists that I came up watching when I was a kid. You know, they tattooing.
Who are they? They still tattooing?
They still tattoo.
Shout them out.
Nitty, Fosco, Armani. You know, those people. Because I was in my teenage years when I started, like, really trying to get into the tattoo world. And, like, tattooing was, like, illegal here in 1997. So, like, a lot of it was underground, like, in the crib or, like, doing tattoo parties and shit. And then I kind of ventured off of
How was
that.
you able to get your equipment?
Just hustling.
So I'm talking about, like, online? Like, you had to get it online?
I mean, you had to order it online, you know what I'm saying? There really wasn't no place to go buy, like, the tattoo equipment, like a store, none of that. Like, you definitely had to order it.
Who was the first person you tattooed?
The first person I fucked up was
you fucked up the first time?
Definitely fucked him up. That's part of it. But yeah, it was my uncle's girlfriend at the time, and I wasn't trying to tattoo her. You know, my uncle, he peer pressured me like, "Nigga, go get your tattoo shit. Go get your tattoo shit." So I'm like, "Cool, let me go try this shit out. I've been wanting to try it out." Tried it out on her, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What'd you give her?
She wanted like a star, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking in my head, how you can't fuck a star up. Star's cool. The star was cool. My uncle took the machine, took over the tattoo, and fucked her up. So it was just like, he was like, now you gotta do a cover up. And so I'm just like, that blew me right then and there. I was like, oh yeah, that really set it off for me.
Did you fix her with the cover up? Did you cover her up?
Eventually.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of answered my question. My second question was, who was the first person that you messed up? Well, who was the first person that you kind of blew their mind with it? Like, because shit, I done seen some people get tattoos and they start crying. You know what I'm saying? They like that shit so much. You know what
Out of excitement?
Yeah. Out of excitement.
Like, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of, I can't remember exactly who was super, super excited, but as far as I can go back, probably like 2012, I got a bro that came back from Iraq. When he came back, I tattooed him, and he really blew his mind to get a tattoo from one of those guys. So, and plus he was recovering, so it's really cool.
What was your longest project, or maybe your biggest like portrait? Like, what took the most time? Because a lot of times, a tattoo artist might have a 4-hour session to have them come back.
Yeah.
So like, what was like your longest session, like biggest tattoo?
My longest session was like a 3-month session. Tribal.
Not every day though, like every week or something.
It was like
on.
every week, and like dude wanted like jet black tribal tattoo on his arm, and he was handicapped. I had to go over his house, of course. He was really cool, really wealthy, really cool kid, and it just took me some time, and then had to get comfortable trying to move and get comfortable doing the tattoo. It's hard.
What would you say was one of the, or is one of the most difficult tattoos or places to tattoo on the body? In terms of people may flinch or it may be hard to get angles.
I say the most difficult place to do a tattoo would be like right in here, in between the armpit. It's just weird. Right here is just a weird spot.
What about portraits? You do portraits, like somebody bring in a picture, like
Yeah,
put that on.
definitely do portraits, and there's definitely a process to that.
Definitely. So who was your biggest supporter and your biggest critic?
My biggest supporter,
Like who you done every tattoo on them type shit. You know what I'm saying?
was my cousin Tim. My cousin Tim, he really, really supported me, throughout this tattoo process, man. Like, he pushed me, like even when I thought I was gonna give up, he really pushed me. And bro got all the tattoos, light skinned cat too, like in the streets is heavy, but yeah, bro really pushed me.
What about critics? You got somebody who like, man, who did your tattoo? And they say your name and they're like, oh, don't get tattoos from him. Don't get tattoos from him.
I mean, you gonna get that. That's part of the game. You gonna get that. You gonna get some good and bad.
We ain't go over this when we talk, but Indiana, a big basketball city. I mean, big basketball state. It's a lot of players from the NBA, from Indiana, in the NBA. I was wondering how many players can you name from Indiana that's in the NBA right now?
You got Eric Gordon. You got Paul. What's it? No, I say Eric Gordon. I almost said Paul George. Like you see, as if he was from here or something. Damn, what is his name? You kind of put me on the spot right here.
And when we come back to it, let's think about it.
Definitely gonna think about it because it's like 10 of them. You got Gordon Hayward.
Right. I'm about to say Mike Conley, Gary Harris. Would you turn somebody down for a tattoo if they too young, too intoxicated? Would you turn them down for it?
Definitely turn them down for a tattoo. If they too young, there's a lot of shit to come with it, especially having a tattoo shop.
True. Oh, speaking of tattoo shop, when you get the shop, what made you get the shop?
Really, it was sooner than what I thought. I got the shop in 2015. I was just one of those tattoo artists that would travel and do tattoos on the street. And my uncle kept telling me to come up here, and I finally came up here and did it.
So before owning your own shop, you never worked in the shop?
Yeah, I worked in a few shops before.
What's some of the trials and tribulations you had with coming with owning a shop that's different from just doing tattoos, like the ownership?
So a lot of trials and tribulations. For one, you got to get your paperwork right. You got to be locked in with the health department. You have to. It's more so, and like I'm in Lawerence, so it's like a city in itself inside. That's like a county.
All right, it's
So
not it's not part of Indianapolis.
Yeah, it's not part of Indianapolis, so you have to go through Lawerence and stuff. It's a lot of paperwork with that, and have openings, different openings like public openings. You have to be open to the public. First, you have to be zoned, and then you have to make sure you're not disrupting the area with tattoos and the customers that you bring into your shop.
Disrupting the area with tattoos.
Let me tell you why. Because what type of people wants tattoos?
Cool people.
Exactly, cool people. So if you're gonna have a lot of cool shit going on, you might have a motorcycle club, you might have anything going on that's involved with tattoos. You know, people who's trying to be cool, so you don't want to be too close to a church or you
School
know,
probably,
or
maybe.
school you know what I'm saying? So
Like, you know, I mean, I like it. I like it's so much stuff to do. You can do a lot of stuff in terms of nightlife stuff. It's cigar bars, it's regular bars.
mhm.
And what's the thing that you like to do in the city?
It's a lot of things. Really, what I like to do, I'm chill most of the time now. Like, but before, there was a lot of bars and clubs to go to. It still is.
What's your favorite spots? What used to be your favorite spots?
What used to be my favorite spot was when I was younger was Trimmers. That was out west, and it was like a huge club on Thursday, and then spread open, and it was wild. It was a wild little open bar club like, and now my favorite spots is like little bars to go to. I go to Northside Bar and Grill. I just like to chill, shoot pool. I hit the Mousetrap or something. Just chill out.
What about food spots? What's some good food spots around the city?
Izakaya, it's hibachi food. I like to eat hibachi food and Benihana's. In between Izakaya and Benihana's. Just like that.
How did you come up with the Davinci name?
Really, I was tattooing in my uncle's house. Remember, I was telling you after he fucked their tattoo up. You know what I'm saying?
Fucked the tattoo
Yeah,
up.
teamwork, you know what I'm saying? And he was just like, everybody had like a little name, so he was like, you gonna be Derrick Davinci. And it was like a joke, like, you gonna be Derrick Davinci. And I was like, damn, it kind of sound good though. Like, shit, I get tight, that's gonna be my name, Derrick Davinci.
Indiana's been a big basketball state. Oh, you can go with your NBA players now. Your Indiana players from the NBA now. Give me a solid 5.
Jeff T, Hill, Hayward, and Eric Gordon.
You got 4 fingers.
4. You know what I'm saying? And what's the brother's name?
Oh, the Zeller brothers.
Zeller brothers.
Okay. How was your basketball career? If it was short, long, however it
My
was.
basketball career was short, you know, but it's like Indiana's one of them places like you gonna play basketball, like whether it's on the street or it's like for a team, and you know I played as a kid, you know what I'm saying? It's like forced on you. It's part of it. Like 21 is our shit. Like
You ever tried out for the team?
nah, I never tried out for a team.
True. When did you get your first tattoo? You got tattoos?
I got my first tattoo like 3 months ago. I've been tattooing almost 10 years.
That's crazy. That's like getting a haircut by somebody with dreadlocks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what made you get your first tattoo later? You know what I'm saying?
Well, like I was telling you earlier, the person that pushed me to do tattoos, he passed away. He got in a car accident, and I put NWA on his leg. You know, when I first started, I was supposed to get the tattoo. He was always talking shit about me tattooing with no tattoos. And it was just heavy on my mind, so I ended up getting a tattoo for bro and for me, too, at the same time, because it was like our ideas, but then he passed. So.
Can you tattoo yourself?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can tattoo myself.
But you haven't though?
Nah.
True. Where can they find you at? You got links and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, Instagram, Twitter.
Derrick Davinci. Derrick Davinci's on Facebook. Davinci Tattoos on 4433 North Franklin, Suite F, next to Pendleton Pike, on the east side.
No Instagram?
Yeah, that's my Instagram, Derrick Davinci.
Oh, okay, yeah. That. This Indiana Underground, we signing off.